It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and all eyes are on Jamar Chase. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Dolphins and the Bills, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 24.
Autumn has come to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Coming up, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard round, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on E. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Then we see the Bills offense. Here at quarterback, Josh Allen.
And it just feels like Allen has the Bills on the cusp of something great. Another 13-win season last year, and they're officially perennial favorites in the AFC. Behind that effort, continued excellence from one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Allen to throw it. It's hauled in by Hardy. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Here's Berrios. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 13 carries, 63 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Look at this Buffalo defense. And they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
It's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Back deep for Buffalo is Nyheim Hines. This is taken at the 15. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
That's quickly out wide to Davis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing is Allen on third. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the left sideline. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Gain of 21 yards. First down, Miami.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The Dolphins at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they fell in the opener, got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. With third down coming up. And look at this Buffalo defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10. Again, Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. Oh, some strong running. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
First and goal, Miami.
Jacobs. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
At the 9-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jamar Chase. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. And the Bills getting set to go. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards that time.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now Allen throwing on second down. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 18. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, it's Allen. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now a 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bills. Stephon Diggs. with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Looking deep here for Chase. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
Herbert off of play action. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
First down, Miami.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert rolling to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Play action. It's Herbert. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Go. Herbert now. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
Herbert.
5 at the Bills' 16-yard line.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Touchdown Dolphins. Jamar Chase with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right?
Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good, and the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Throwing on first down is Allen. On the slant, he's got Davis. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Allen. Gets this one to Morris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their second. They'll be down to 1 remaining here in this first half. Allen to throw once more. Over the middle, complete. That's Hardy. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On play action, Allen. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
A final shot before half for Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separate. And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. And we welcome. Now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And that's out quickly to Chase. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll get this one complete there to Pittman. Touchdown! Michael Pittman, 45 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small magical spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
And Diggs has it. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That is caught. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one.
Touchdown, Bills!
Quentin Morris,
28 yards.
and the Bills have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
First down, Dolphins.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Here's Herbert. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Calvin Ridley from 17 yards out.
And the Dolphins will add to their 4th quarter lead. Now that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds. That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And no thought of a return here for Hines.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing now is Allen. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. The 71 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Play action, it's Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyler Kroft, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. And that is off the left upright. It's no good.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over.
Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Bills on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Allen. It got his man complete. A big play here for Buffalo. 43 yards.
Now Allen again. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 28 yards. And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs shedding through the defense. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Quick throw into the hands of Pittman.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
On the jet sweep, here's Chase. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Now Herbert.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Counter play with Jacobs.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Herbert now to throw.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Jamar Chase
from 3 yards out.
And the Dolphins are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the posts.
This is 1st and 10. To throw is Allen. He gets this complete to Diggs. A good job there getting to him quickly after the catch as he's brought down right at the midfield stripe. Allen. That's caught by Davis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Throwing, Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Allen. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Eyes the crossing route, and he finds Pittman. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. He'll get this one to Pittman. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Herbert off of play action. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35. Here's 1st and 10.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Here's Allen. He's going to let it fly. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead. That's caught by Diggs.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Here's 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Miami, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.